Hello and welcome to Free Accounts Training, expected to last about 30 minutes. This is brought to you by the Academy of Practical Accounts based in the UK. We intend to cover the recording of common transactions and documents into account software and the checking of basic reports. This is designed for small business owners, academic students being introduced to practical accounts and bookkeeping, and anybody interested in learning simple accounts in just 30 minutes. What is covered is as follows. We look at the recording and check the following. Stock bought recorded by value and not units. Cash sales recorded by value and not units. Overhead expenses like rent, telephone, electricity, and wages. The recording of fixed assets. The recording of a loan borrowed. Checking the daily cash balance. Checking the profit amount and the tax amount if the business is supposed to pay tax. And checking the business value on the balance sheet. Please note the following. This crash training is based on an Android software which also runs on Windows. However, it is a longer process of installing on Windows and is advised for those who intend to buy the software. The training software is free and offline. It doesn't require the internet. Number 3, there is no prior accounting or bookkeeping knowledge required. Number 4, the software overview is skipped. Please look through it at your own pace. Number 5, what you learn is easy to apply if the business is straightforward and it doesn't have complications. Number 6, these are only cash transactions, excluding the bank account and credit transactions. Number 7, the software has more facilities and reports than what is covered. It actually goes up to a tax return, and a separate version generates a VAT return. You may check this as you go through the different menus. The software calculates the stock balance if the sales and buying is recorded using units and not values. The displayed profit or loss is not accurate if the closing stock value is not recorded. Please note that. Number 10, since this is recorded training, please replay the video to understand better before you may contact us for clarifications. Number 11, further training is also free via WhatsApp and Facebook for those who buy software directly from us. Number 12, the software can be customized to any reports format at a reasonable fee. Number 13, for those who are interested in some form of practice, there are dummy documents at the end. Please do some practice using the installed software. For any questions, please contact us via WhatsApp on +44 7415 618 342 or send an email to admin@practicalaccounts.com or mosesback@yahoo.co.uk, although the email support is not as fast. Thank you. Welcome to section 2, where we look at the software. Now, the software is named Free Accounts Training 2020. Of course, it's distributed free of charge. The primary source is Android and runs on mobile devices. However, it also runs on Windows. Now, let's have a look at this Windows screen here. Now this is Windows, and the software or Android applications run on Windows via an application called BlueStacks that emulates Android. Now, we're going to search for this application via Google Play Store, which is installed on this PC. Now we click here to access, and then we're going to search. When you type in free accounts training 30 minutes, it should come in the search below, and there we are. So we double click that. If it's not installed, it will ask you to install, but in this case it's already installed. So we simply click open, and we end up onto the software. The software is now loading or opening. 1 minute, and then we have the menus. Now we're going to have a very quick overview of the software. This is the side menu where you find the setting facilities. Now number 2 is miscellaneous, where you find reports and a few entry forms. Number 3 is for recording stock bought, stock sold. Number 4 is for recording income and debtors. Number 5 is for recording expenses. That's the cost of sales and other overheads. Number 6 is for recording transactions to do with creditors and payments made to creditors. Number 7 is for recording fixed assets paid or sold. Number 8 is for recording loans, hire purchases, and credit card transactions. Number 9 is for recording wages. Number 10 is for recording year-end adjustments, which we don't cover on this program. And then number 11 is for reports. We have period reports, we have stock reports, we have the annual general ledger, and then we've got year-end reports. Now we've got a number of year-end reports. When you click that one, they open up. You click year-end adjustments, that one opens up. You click trade data reports, that one opens up. And that brings us to the end of this quick overview of the software that we shall be using for this training program. Welcome to part 3, where we look at the pre-start information. That is where we record the business name using Form 1C, and we set the recording date using Form 1D. Now this is our software here. We're going to Form 1C. Top 3 bars, 1C business info, and here we type the business name, which is Tiny Shop. Capitals, and the financial year is January 2020. We click update, and that is done. So any report will show the business name from now onwards. Secondly, we set the recording date. Now let's have a look at this, the importance of the recording date. Let's get any form here. We'll look at Form 4A. The date is 4th September. Now 9th of April. Most of our transactions or documents are in December. So it means scrolling to December on every recording form. So we avoid that by setting the recording date. In this case, we're going to set the 1st of December. We select Form 1D. So that is 1D. So we do the scrolling once, and we scroll to, I think we should use December 19, because financial accounting is historical. So we're going to select to set the 1st of December 2019. We set that all the forms will open with that date. Let's confirm. That's it, 1st December 2019. And that's the end of this session. Welcome to section 4, where we look at the recording of stock bought for resale, which may also be known as stocking. Now we shall be using Form 5A, and the value we need here is the total amount of 17,165. Now let's get to the software. Now we're going to menu 5, where we're going to select form 5A. Now the date we require is the 3rd of December. Click the drop down, select 3rd of December. The required account are pre-selected. The narration is already there. The document number is already there. We only type the amount of 17,165. 17,165 and click save. And that's it. Welcome to section 5, where we look at the recording of cash sales. The major information required here is the total amount of 30,137.80. Now, this is recorded using form 4A. So when we get to our software, we're looking for form 4A, which is in menu 4. We select 4A there. We start with the date, which is 4th December. Select for December. We set that. Now, the required accounts are pre-selected. Petty cash and the turnover sales account are already there. The narration is there. The document number is there. What we need is the amount to enter the amount of 30,000, 3137.8. That's it. And we are done. We can click save. Now, remember, this sales value may not only come from a document like this one, it can come from a list. This could be the sales list for the day, totaling to 3790. This sales value can also be recorded during the process of selling. During the process of selling, you can record this. So those are the 3 alternative sources of sales information: the document, that list there, and during the process of selling. Now let's save this, and that's it. Welcome to section 6, where we look at unit sales and profit. Now this is a report. This report would have been generated if we used form 3A for recording sales and 3C for recording stocking. Now let's have a look at that. Now that is 3A for recording stock sales. If we had used this form, and then 2, stock bought. If we had used this form, we would end up with report ST4. But because we didn't use them, report ST4 should be blank. In fact, these items are all not recorded in the software. Let's have a quick look at ST4. We come to menu 11, which is reports, and then 11B is stock reports, and then ST4. Here, if we selected month 12, which we are using at the moment, this report here would be here. But because we are not recording by units and we are recording by values, then this report is not available. This is just to show you some of what you might get access to when you record using different facilities in the software. Welcome to section 7, where we look at the recording of rent paid. Most businesses do pay rent. Now this one was paid by cash. The form required is 5Q. Let's get to our software. We're going to menu 5, looking for form 5Q. We shall need to scroll down. That is 5Q. The date is the 8th of December. Click the drop down. That is 8 December. Now, the rest of the information is there. As document 3, narration is there unless we want to change. So all we need to record is the cash amount of 4,800, which is done, and we save. That's it. Welcome to section 8, where we look at the recording of telephone paid by cash, and we shall be using form 5T to record this. Let's get to our software. Now we got to get back here, and okay, let's go to the landing. We were looking for form 5T. We select menu 5. We scroll down 5T. So we need the date 20th of December. 20th is there. We set that. These accounts are already selected. Narration is there. All we need is the amount of 2,200. 2,200. We save, and that's it. Welcome to section 9, where we look at electricity paid by cash. Amount is 750, and we record this using form 5I. Let's get to our software. Let's get to the landing, and we're going to menu 5. We're looking for 5I electricity and gas form. The date is 15 December. We select the 15th. We set that. Now the accounts are pre-selected. The narration is there. All we need is the amount of 750. 750, and we save. Welcome to section 10, where we look at the recording of wages paid. Many small businesses have an employee, at least one. Now we're going to use form 9A. Let's get to our software. 9A is in menu 9. That's 9, and that's 9A. Now what we need is the date, 23rd of December. 23rd December, we set that. Now the accounts are pre-selected. What we need, the narration is there. What we need is the amount of 1500. 1500. And we click save, and that's it. Welcome to section 11, where we look at the recording of a fixed asset bought. The fixed asset in this case is a Samsung tablet. Now, these are normally good quality products. With good handling, they should last 3 years. Well, as a minimum 2 years. To qualify as a fixed asset, it should go beyond 12 months. Now, let's get to our software. Let's get to the landing. Now, we shall need form 7A to record this. Menu number 7, 7A. Now, 7A, we need the date, which is 10th December. 10th December. The accounts are pre-selected, and we are recording the total amount, which includes VAT. Now, remember, the business we are recording for is a small business that is not VAT registered. So we just look at the total amount, which is typed in there, 2640, 2640. And then the narration should be okay, but we can modify this. And we say this is a tablet. We can say it's a tablet. And that's about it. The date, oh, yes, the date is fine. And we can now save. And that's it. Welcome to section 12, where we look at the recording of a loan borrowed. Now, many businesses do get some form of a loan, whether it is a short-term loan or long-term loan. How do we record that? We're going to use form 8A. Let's get to our software. Now, the form is in menu 8. Click on that, and that is 8A. The date is the 20th of December. 20th of December. Now, the required accounts, one of them is fine. The second account I think we should use is the petty cash account. So we click the drop down, and select the petty cash account 125. Now, in your version of the software, you're going to find this account pre-selected that is being modified. Now, the amount borrowed, for the sake of simplicity, we're not going to separate these two. The recording does separate them, conventional. But in this case, we're going to simplify it because the interest still has to be paid. Now we're going to put them on the same account. In the next version of training, we can separate. For this one, the whole amount is going to the loan account 1560. 1560. Loan acquired, and that's it. Save and close. Welcome to section 13, where we check the daily cash balances using form 2B. Now, ideally, this checking should be done on a daily basis or any time of wish. Now, button 2B leads us to the cash register, what we may call, where we check the cash balance on a daily basis. Now, this is month 1, no transactions. Our transactions were all recorded in month 12. And this is it. Now, this report says that there was no opening balance. Okay. Now, the balance at the end of the day on the 3rd was negative 17,165, and this is what was used to buy stock. This is not normal in a cash account, but in this mini demo is fine. Now, on the 4th, we have got the balance being 12,972. We received 30,137, deducted 17,000, and we're left with this balance of 12,972. Now, in this case, this should have been personal money used. On the 8th of December, another 4,800 was paid for rent, reducing the balance from 12,972 to 8,172. On the 10th of December, a tablet was bought, reducing the balance from 8,172 to 5,532. On the 15th, electricity and gas was paid for, amount 750, reducing the balance from 5,532 to 4,782. On the 20th of December, telephone was paid, 2,200, but on that same day, a loan of 1560 was acquired. So the balance fell from 4,782 to 4,142. And then on the 23rd, which is our last date in this recording, 1,500 was paid for wages. Now that leaves the balance at 2,642, and that is the end of our transactions. Now when we check the next report, you'll find that 2,642 is the cash balance. Welcome to section 14, where we look at the dashboard. Now, this dashboard is a summary of the whole business, where we look at the profit or loss made to date. If the business pays tax, then the amount is computed, tax amount is computed, and we also look at a mini balance sheet. So you get an overview of the whole business on one screen. Now, this dashboard is 2A, the overview. Now, let's see. Yes, it has been computed. It's an overview of the whole business. Now, the top section here shows us the total income made by the business to date. Below here are the total expenses. If we want to look at the details of expenses, then we click to go to the main profit and loss account. But otherwise, here everything is added together. So this income of 3137.80 minus 26,415, which are the expenses, leaves us with a net profit, because it's in red, of 3,722 plus 80 pence or cents. That is the profit amount. Now, if this business is supposed to pay tax, the tax amount is already calculated as 1023. Now, in this particular case, the tax is set at 27.5. And this is supposed to be estimated because at times some adjustments have to be made. So, if a tax of 1023 has to be paid, then the owner or the owners take 2699 to themselves. So that is a quick overview of the profit figure and the tax amount. Now, let's see, just in case, no. Let's have a quick look at the mini balance sheet. Of course, there is an option of going to a more detailed balance sheet. If there is need, you simply click that button there. Now, this summary says there's a fixed asset of 2640, and this was the tablet board. Don't talk about depreciation. That was the tablet board, no adjustments. Now, there's nothing on the bank account. The cash balance is 2642, as was seen on report 2B earlier. So adding these two together gives us 5,282.80. Long-term debts, that is the loan of 1560. Nothing is paid as yet. So the amount owed is this. Now, this one, okay, this debt plus net profit of 3722 gives us 5282.80. So this one is the total equity and debts. Equity really is the value belonging to the owner plus the amounts owed by the business. So this would be the mini balance sheet. And this is the mini profit and loss account. Let's have a brief look at the main profit and loss account. This is what it would look like. This is the gross profit amount. Profit before overheads is still 12,972. We have got electricity and gas there. We have rent there. We have salaries there. We have telephone there. Total expenses add up to 9250. So the gross profit of 12,972, let's see, gross profit, yes, of 12,972.80 minus the total expenses of 9250 leaves us a net profit of 3722.80. Now, this software has a provision of comparing with the previous year. It computes the change amount and the percentage change. But remember, this is supposed to be very brief training. It's got lots of reports. It has got lots of forms. When you get time, please have a look. There's the facilities in the various menus. When you look here, you can see something more. Click and navigate. Menu number 2, menu number 3. Those are the recording forms. Number 4, there is more recording forms. Number 5, more recording forms. Number 6, these are the creditors or suppliers. Number 7, fixed assets or investments paid. Number 8, something to do with loans, credit cards or hire purchase. Number 9 is for wages. Number 10 is for year-end adjustments. Number 11 is for reports, period, stock reports, annual general ledger, annual trial balance. Let's see. Let's have a very brief look at the annual general ledger. Very brief look. Very brief look. This is what the annual general ledger looks like. Yeah, take your time to have a look. And then next to that is the annual trial balance. After recording, take time, have a look at that. So that's it we had for now. Welcome to section 15, where we look at practice documents. Now, this is a collection of the 8 documents we have looked at in the previous recording sections. That is from number 1 up to number 8. You can use these for practice purposes, and in fact, they are attached to the training course, the video training course. And if you like, we can send them to you separately. So after recording these documents, you should end up with reports. And these are the expected reports. What we have here is the mini profit and loss account, as was discussed earlier, and this is the mini balance sheet that is expected from your recording. And that brings us to the end of this training program. In case of any questions, please, you may contact us via WhatsApp on +44 7415 618 342, or you may send an email to admin@practicalaccounts.com. Thank you so much.